What's up, Geeksters? It's me, Omar from Geekster Labs, and today I have another sponsored review for a product that was sent to me from Padmate, and this is the Pamu Slide 2, and these are basically true wireless earphones with active noise cancellation, and these retail for $79. They're available in black and green and white, and these should be available for purchase in just a few days. Probably by the time you're watching this review, they'll be available for purchase, and I'll have a link in the description to make that really easy to find if you guys are interested in purchasing a pair for yourselves after you watch this review, of course. So let me go ahead and show you guys what's included in the box. We'll talk about the earphones themselves, the case that it comes in, also the sound quality, the comfort and fit, and also I'm going to give you guys a real quick tour of the Pamu app, which will let you do some customizations to it. So without further ado, let's get to the review. Okay, the first thing that's included in the box is a pair of tips, and these are extra tips. So we have small, medium, large, and extra large. So 4 additional tips besides the tips that are actually already on the earphones right now. And I believe the size that's on them is probably like a medium. But these are additional ones in case you don't have a good snug fit with those. You can swap it out for these ones. After that, we have a short charging cable. This is what you can use to charge up the case. It has a USB Type-C on one side and a USB Type-A. It's a very, very short cable, but it's probably easy to just plug into like a laptop if you need to charge it up, or into a wall adapter. And the charger actually does work off Qi charging as well, so you technically don't even need to use this if you have a Qi charger. Next, we have a soft carrying pouch. So this is what you can put the case inside of it. It already comes inside of a case, but I guess if you wanted to throw that case inside of a bag and you're worried about getting it banged up or scratched or whatever, you could put it inside here, and this will keep it from getting scratched up and a little too dinged up or anything like that. And last but not least, we have the user manual, which will give you all the information on how to use the actual product. So let's take a closer look at the case and the earbuds themselves. So here is the hard case that comes with the earphones, the Pamu Slide 2. It's really small, really lightweight, and basically this is like a charging case as well. So this will actually give you 3 times charges for your earphones. So if you count how much charge is already on the earphones and with the battery that's built into here, you have 26 hours of usage with the headphones with the charging case. One of the really cool things I love about the case is how it opens up. So basically there's like a magnetic mechanism, and it just basically pops open and slides open like that. Very, very satisfying, very nice click, the way it pops open like that. And the really cool thing is, if you look on the bottom here, when you slide it closed, it has an LED light system on the bottom. So this lets you know how much battery life is in there. So mine's already almost fully charged. And when you plug it in, or when you use the Qi charger, because it is Qi chargeable, it'll also strobe and let you know how much battery life is in it while it's charging up. So that is very nice. On top of it, we do have the USB Type-C port, so if you do want to charge it with the plug that came included with it, you can do that. But like I said, it is Qi chargeable, so if you put it back on its back on a Qi charger, it will charge up the earphones for you. So it does a really good job of protecting the earphones. It keeps them nice and protected. And here it offers extra battery power, so it can continually charge them up between uses. And then we have the earbuds themselves right here. So these are actually held in with magnets on the inside. And that's basically how it charges up with this case. So let's take a closer look at the earphones. Okay, so now let's take a look at the earbuds themselves. So each of these earbuds can hold up to 6.5 hours of battery life each, which is great. Like I mentioned earlier, with the case, you can have 26 hours of usage combined after recharges. So these do feature active noise cancellation, and it actually is very, very good. So if you're like going to use these on a plane, or if you want to use these like at home, like I use since I work at home, if I put these in my ears and I turn on the active noise cancellation, I can't hear anything else. I can't hear other people in the next room watching TV or anything. It does a great job of blocking out all outside noise, and that actually is really, really good. It also features transparency mode, which allows you to hear the outside noises. So like if I'm working out in the garage, and if I want to be mindful or be aware of who's around me in case I'm doing weights or whatever, I can turn transparency on. I can hear all the outside noise, but it's also playing music into your ears. It almost kind of feels like you're listening to a boombox or something in the garage, except it's only in your ears. The music is playing in your ears. So that actually works really good as well. And they have a new feature for wind noise reduction mode. So basically when you're on phone calls, it'll kind of isolate your vocals on phone calls and makes it real clear so other people listening to you can hear you very clearly, which is really nice. These also feature low latency, so these are great for watching movies on your device, or if you want to play games on your device, there's no delay between the two. Sometimes some earbuds, you'll see like a movie and you'll see people's mouths moving, but then the audio coming from the earphones is not synced up. It's a little bit off. Or when you're playing games, there's a little bit of a delay. These all have very low latency, and when I give you guys a tour of the app, I'll show you where you can even adjust it to make that latency even better. So that's something that these really, really work well at. So these do feature touch controls, and all the touch is done on the side right here, and you basically interact with it by tapping it or swiping it. So volume is up and down, which is really nice. Not a lot of true wireless earbuds allow you to control the volume levels, but these do. And then it also has playback, and then also answering calls and stuff. So you can basically do all those things just by tapping it in different ways on the side of it. When using them while working out, it was a little tough, like especially if you're going to go on a jog, to control the audio because you're bouncing up and down and moving. So it's kind of hard to be accurate when you're moving and raising volume up and down. But after a while, you kind of get used to it, and it's not really that big of a deal. The comfort and fit on these is really good. So they feel very comfortable in my ears. I haven't had any issues with them popping out. Like I said, I've worked out with these. I did a full, like a CrossFit style workout, doing burpees and jumping up and down and stuff in my garage. Never once did they fall out of my ears. They stayed in my ears really well, and they stayed put. They didn't go anywhere. But they've been very comfortable. So I've tested these out while working, and I've used them like all day long when they're in my ears while working. Never once did I feel like they're too big or too large or they're bothering my ears. So the comfort and fit on them is very nice. And they're very light and they're very small, so they don't take up a lot of space. And then some other earphones have pretty heft to them, but these do not. These actually are very comfortable to have in the ears. Now, when it comes to sound quality, these are actually pretty good. I'm not going to tell you that they're audiophile sound quality because they're $80 earbuds, right? But for $80, I think they have very good sound. And these ones have really deep, solid bass, especially too. So if you like listening to a lot of hip hop or dubstep or types of music that have really thumping bass to them, I think you'll appreciate the sound quality that these are able to produce. But even the highs sound very crisp, and the mids are very even when it comes to this. So listening to music with these was a very enjoyable experience, and no really complaints or issues with that. And even when you raise the audio levels to very high levels, there was minimal distortion, so they don't get really garbage sounding. And that's something you'll notice, like with cheaper earbuds, when you raise it to higher volume levels, they sound terrible. But these kind of held together pretty well, as long as you didn't go too crazy loud with them. So there's actually a couple of different things that you can do with these from a customization perspective with the app. So let me go ahead and show you guys the app and show you the different things you can customize with the Pamu app with the Pamu Slide 2s. Okay, so here's the Pamu app, and once you have it paired with the headphones themselves, you can see that it gives you a bunch of different options here. So right off the bat, it'll show us how much battery life is in each of the earbuds. It'll allow us to unpair from here as well. We can actually jump around from the active noise cancellation, turn it on to have the audio pass-through on, or wind noise reduction. You can still do all those functions on the earbuds themselves, but it lets you do it from here. And then we have mode A and mode B. So mode A, when you have that set, it lets you toggle between transparency mode and active noise cancellation being on. If you go to mode B, you can do three options. You have transparency mode, or you can do active noise cancellation on, or active noise cancellation off. And that's how I have it set here too. So it's almost like three different modes when on the earbuds themselves. If you want to be able to toggle through those three, you can have that to be an option. And then we get to advanced settings. These are the settings that are only available on the app itself. You can't get to this from the earbuds. And so we have EQ sound effects. So if you click on that, you can change, like with some pre EQ sounds already set up to where basically the audio changes the way the vocals and everything, the EQ sound. So we have normal, vocal, rock, jazz, classic, just depending on what kinds of music you're listening to. You can change the way that sounds, so that's kind of cool. Game mode, so this is the latency. So if you want to have low latency or ultra low latency, meaning like it'll be very, very responsive, no delay between the device that you're using and the earbuds, so you can adjust that as well. And then vocal enhancement, so you can do low gear or high grade. So I guess you can adjust it to even more sensitive when it comes to the vocal enhancement situation. In-ear induction, so I believe this is like, it allows it to, when you have the earbuds inside your ears and when you take them out, it automatically stops or turns off or pauses, I should say. So you can probably disengage that with that option right there. And then we have some personal settings. This is really, really cool. I really like this a lot because sometimes there's certain functionalities on earbuds, they're just locked and that's just the way they are, but this allows you to customize every single thing that you do on the earbuds. So when you press and hold, if you want to have it to where it goes to the next track instead of doing voice assistant, you can engage that here. So you can basically customize all the functionalities of the left and the right, and you can have the left and right be different, which is really, really cool. So you can customize how those two things, how the different functions and the touch controls interact on each of the earbuds. So that's really, really nice as well. Get back to over here. We have the firmware update, so whenever a new firmware comes up, you can actually update it through the app and push the new settings and new features to the earbuds themselves. And then we have a help menu on the bottom. And then over here we have the mine. So this is basically like the your account that's created in here. That's basically there's not too much besides that right there. But those are basically the options and the different functions and things you can do with the app, which is pretty cool to customize how your experience is while using the Pamu Slide 2. So that is my review of the Pamu Slide 2. So like I mentioned before, I'll have a link in the description to make that really easy to find if you guys want to purchase a pair of these for yourselves. If you want to check out some of my other videos, I got 2 other clips over here that you can click on. And if you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, make sure you click on my face and don't forget to ring that bell to be notified of all my new reviews as they drop on my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video review.